One of the things that I will agree with Darren is that we need to clamp down on unlicensed operators, online operators in South Africa. There's no doubt about it. That's why it's part of my 7-point reform plan. One of the other things that we'll agree, and Darren will not disagree, is that the current regulatory framework is inadequate to deal with a fast-changing industry. So we need a regulatory framework that keeps up with the changes in the industry, because the current regulation it's inadequate. So you cannot have a situation where you've got an operator that operates nationally, but the revenue only goes to a licensing authority. That's not the best way of regulation. So what we support as Rise Mzansi, it's a responsible operation, responsible regulation, and responsible gambling on the part of the players, a player protection to ensure that even those that fall into the unfortunate gets addicted, because gambling addiction is a public health concern. Those that fall into gambling addiction, they need to be able to be assisted to get out of that space. That's why even in our recommendations, our proposals, we talk about the need to increase responsible gambling so that there's proper education to the players around the dangers of gambling addiction. And these are the reforms that we are talking about. And that now society is now grappling with this particular matter gives us a sense of hope that reforms will come in South Africa. And I have no doubt that there will be gambling reforms in South Africa in the not so distant future, because the current regulation, whether you talk about advertising, the tax regime, the education, the counseling, and assisting those who fall into, who unfortunately get addicted, it's inadequate. So there is a need, and we can all agree with Darren that there is a need to update our regulation on the gambling industry. The current situation cannot stay as it is for long. It's unsustainable for the industry as a whole.